Good day, students. This is income and expenditure, not for profit annexation classes continues. Okay, so I am going to do 9 problems. Okay, due to time constraint, initially I solve the problem. Okay, just you copy. We will discuss the key area, important place and explain. Okay, in part number 44. From the following discipline payment of Jaipur Sports Club, prepare income and expenditure account. So it is given. Opening balance say 2 lakhs, discipline payment, and entrance fees given. Listen carefully. Okay, I will talk first. I will initially till the receipt side, that is income side. Entrance fees 2 years given. Okay, 1920, 1819. Listen, we are preparing income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020. 31st March is nothing but 2019 2020. This is 2019-20. See, already we discussed income and expenditure and profit and loss account. Everything both are same. That is, our main aim is income for the year alone to be recorded. Repeat, income for the year to be recorded. Similarly, expenditure for the year only you have to record it. Not previous year, not next year. Okay, so last year outstanding you have to ignore, and prepaid expense also you have to ignore. Very important. Okay, so entrance fees for the year received, entrance fees received for the year given, previous year also given. So you have to take only, very good, only current year. Current year how much? 50,000. Then subscription. In subscription also current year given, last year given, next year also given. You have to take only current year. Very important. See, clearly given subscription 2019-20 bracket, in bracket 90%. In bracket 90%. It means, listen carefully, whether you received or not, you have to show full subscription. That is, for example, 100 members, each paying 1000 rupees. Listen carefully, 100 members. Each paying, say, subscription is 1000. So thereby our current day subscription income 1000 into 100, 1000 into 100, 1 lakh. 1000 into 100, 1 lakh. Whether, but actually you received either maybe 80,000 or 1 lakh 20,000. What are the case may be? Maybe outstanding or received in advance. Here subscription received only 90,000. Clearly given 90,000, which is nothing but 90%. Okay, so you have to convert into 100%. Sir, actually you see 90,000, sir. Of course, subscription outstanding for the year 10,000. But as far as income and expenditure concerned, income for the year to be taken into account. Whether you received or not. Repeat, whether you received or not, income for the year. Similarly, in expenses, whether you paid or not, for the year to be recorded. It's nothing but similar to paid or. Okay, so 90,000 divided by 90%, 1 lakh. That's all. Donation, general donation, because there is no specific information. Thereby donation, general 1 lakh 20. Then life membership fees liability taken into balance sheet. Donation for tournament. Donation for tournament. Specific donation. Specific fund. Already we discussed. Specific fund should show in liability side. Then subscription for governance party. Liability side. Interest on fixed deposit 8%. Interest on fixed deposit 2,400. Listen carefully. In payment side, fixed deposit made 1st October. 1st October 8%. 1 lakh 20 into 8 by 100 into 6 by 12. It amounts to 4,800. This is the accrued interest, 4,800. Out of 4,800, you receive only 2,400. Just now I told, whether you received or not, current year income to be recorded. Thereby, accrued interest 2,400. How is 2,400? Out of 4,800, you receive only 2,400. It means balance accrued 2,400. Thereby, 4,800. Doubt? Okay. Next, sale of old newspaper. Sale of, see, very interesting. Today's newspaper, tomorrow's waste paper. Am I right? Today newspaper, tomorrow waste paper. So if you purchase or if you purchase a newspaper, that is expense for the year, so debited to P&L account. I mean income to expenditure, debited to expenditure. Okay, same newspaper you are going to sell, then it is income. So by sale of old newspaper. Then locker rent. Listen, locker rent is 6,800. Locker rent 6,800. Out of 6,800, 600 belongs to last year. That we have to reduce. Balance 6,200. Then payment side, rent 60,000. Rent 60,000. It belongs. It includes 50,000 from last year. So thereby you have to deduct 1545. And insurance 60,000. 50,000 prepaid. So prepaid also you have to deduct minus 45. Newspaper 1,000 rupees. Printing is actually 19,000. Loss on sale of sports material. Loss on sale of sports material given. How much? In the receipt side, sale of old sports material 500, book value 1,200. So 1,200 value of asset, you sell at 500, thereby 700 rupees loss. Loss on sale of sports material. And what are items given? Sports equipment, balance sheet item, asset. Furniture, balance sheet item. Fixed deposit, balance sheet item, but interest, revenue, that is income. Tournament expenses, 10,000 you have to deduct it from tournament fund in balance sheet liability side. Books, asset. Newspaper, printing machine, you will take in care. Thereby, income minus expenditure, surplus. Income minus expenditure, surplus. How much? 1,70,600. Please make a note. Quick. Next, problem number 46. Delhi Football Club income and expenditure account. They are asking. Okay. Prepare income and expenditure account for the year that is March 2020. Okay. We'll discuss. Fine. Again, as usual, income side first. Donation for building is nothing but specific donation. Thereby, it will come under liability side. Donation, nothing mentioned, is nothing but general donation. So, general donation is income. Thereby, donation 50,000. Then, government grant, young talent search and development will come under liability side. Life membership is also come under liability side. Match fund, of course, liability side. Subscription. So, subscription 50,000 given. Be careful, always subscription. You have to again you study throughout the problem from top to bottom. In problem number 46, adjustment number 1. During the year ended, that was March 2020, the club had 550 members, each paying an annual subscription of 100. Listen carefully, as far as income, just last time also I will repeat. See, last time also discussed. That is, what is subscription? Subscription actually received is irrelevant. Repeat, subscription actually received during the year is irrelevant. Subscription is nothing but subscription for the year. How to find it? Sir, here clearly mentioned that 550 members, each paying rupees 100, thereby 550 to 100, 55,000. But in recipient payment, it is clearly given that 52,000 received. It means 3,000 outstanding. It means 3,000 outstanding. So 550 to 100. This is your income. Understand? Doubt? Fine. Next, locker rent 4,000 rupees income. Then interest on investment, very important. See, interest on investment, interest on fixed deposit, we have to careful. Okay, just check it out payment side. In payment side, 10% investments, 1,60,000 purchased on 1st July 2019. 1,60,000 purchased on 1st June. It means 9 by 12. 1,60,000 to 10% is 9 by 12. It comes to 12,000. But actually received how much? 10,000. Thereby accrued interest 2,000. Accrued interest 2,000. End out. Similar to previous problem. 2,400 fixed deposit received interest. But actually 4,800. Out of 4,800, you received 2,400. Balance 2,400 accrued interest. You have to add and show on balance sheet as I say. Here also same. This 2,000 is income. Accrued income is nothing but income, and it will appear in the asset side balance sheet. Okay, then sale of furniture. Book value 80,000. Book value 80,000. We are going to sell 1 lakh. It means profit. 80,000 cost. Okay, they sell at 1 lakh. It means 20,000 rupees profit. Then finally, entrance donation, entrance fees. Entrance fees is income, thereby 50,000. That's all income side. Come to payment side, expenditure. Building, payment under first one, building come under asset. Project expenses 90,000. You have to adjust it with government grant. N talent search 1 lakh in liability side. So liability side 1 lakh minus 90, 10,000 will appear in the liability side. Thereby in income tax expenditure nothing will come in. Then match expenses 90,000. Listen carefully. Match expenses 90,000. So already we have discussed fund based problem. So match expenses 90,000, but in receipt side match fund 80. Match fund 80,000, but expenses more than fund. Thereby match expense 90 minus 80, 10,000. Suppose instead of 90, if it is 70, for example, if it is 70, then it will not come under income and expenditure. This that 70,000 will adjust it with match fund of 80,000. Balance 10,000 will appear in the liability side. Repeat once again. In this particular problem, 90,000 given. Suppose instead of 90, say 70,000 if it is given, then match expenses should not be debited in expenditure account. It should be adjusted with match fund. Match fund 80, match expense 70. That's all. Balance 10,000 liability side. But in this case, match expenses 90,000 given, which is more than match fund. So match fund 80,000, match expenses 90,000. The difference 10,000 debited to expenditure. Then next, furniture asset, investment asset, salaries 70,000. In adjustment number 2, opening outstanding 10,000, closing outstanding 5,000. So generally, as your teacher clearly says that currently outstanding going to add, previous year outstanding going to minus. Why? Very simple. Open salary account. Open salary outstanding. Outstanding salary. Outstanding salary. Opening balance, liability side. By balance brought down. How much opening? 10,000. What about closing? To balance carried down 5,000. To balance carried down 5,000. So in your question paper, it is given receipt and payment. In question, receipt and payment given. Thereby, in payment side salary. In payment side by salary. Thereby in salary to cash. In salary to cash or bank. How much? 70,000. Thereby 70 plus 5, 75, 75. By income and expenditure, balance 65. This come under here 65. In doubt, it is easy. See, if you convert it into say ledger, it is very easy. Instead of statement, ledger is very simple. Okay, 65,000. Then next, insurance 3,500 given. Sunday expenses 4,700. That's all. So income minus expenditure, it gives surplus. Income over expenditure. 1,1,800. Note it down. Okay, next we are going to take up little bit big sum. That is sum number 47. Okay, here I missed out the heading income and expenditure. You know very well. Okay, income and expenditure for the year ended. So before that, some Madras Race Club like that. Okay, you have to put. Okay, problem number 47. Given balance sheet, Royal Club. Okay. You have to prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2020 and balance sheet as on 31st March 2020 after writing of depreciation on books as well as furniture. Okay, here we have to say very simple. For income and expenditure account, okay, most of the cases they will ask only income and expenditure. In certain cases, okay, there is a chances of asking balance sheet. So income and expenditure and balance sheet, definitely you have to prepare opening balance sheet in order to find out opening capital fund. See, this is nothing but similar to single entry. Single entry, find the statement of affairs and find the opening capital. They are also same. So before income expenditure and balance sheet, you have to open balance sheet, opening balance sheet to find out capital fund. Very simple. Every information given, opening information given in the question itself. Okay, I will read the questions. Be careful. In the beginning of the year, the club possesses books 2 lakhs, furniture 85,000. So books opening 2 lakhs, furniture 85,000. Recipient payment given. Listen carefully. Recipient payment amount given. So always please remember that opening balance you have to pick from 2 balance brought down. 2 balance brought down 31,900. Suppose if it is by balance brought down, it is nothing but bank OD. Nothing but bank OD, it will come under liability side. So keep always remember that cash and bank balance not given in adjustment. It is given in the recipient payment itself. Thereby 2 balance brought down is nothing but cash and bank balance opening balance 31,900. Apart from that, outstanding subscription given opening 3,500, rent 4,500. So outstanding subscription. As well as 6 months rent 8,400 was due both in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. So 8,400 outstanding rent given. Okay, so that's all. Liability asset total minus outstanding rent. Capital fund 3,12,000. Very simple. Then come to income and expenditure. As usual, first income side, take receipt side. Entrance fees 25,500. Subscription, I will just show simple logic. Subscription. See, opening outstanding asset. Opening outstanding asset 2 balance brought on debit balance 3,500. Very simple. Closing balance 4,500 given. In recipient payment, listen, this is recipient payment, this is receipt, this is payment. Okay, so subscription coming here, receipt side. Subscription, if it is receipt side, similarly in subscription account by cash and bank, how much they are given? Subscription given 1,60,000. So 1,60,000. 1,60,000 plus 4,000, 1,64,500 minus that by income and expenditure 1,61,000. 1,61,000. Simple logic. Otherwise, add closing outstanding less opening outstanding. Okay. That's all. Suppose if it is given receipt advance, then by balance brought down, by balance carried. 2 balance carried. I will discuss in video number 1. See the video, first video. Okay, I will explain the second video. Fine. 1,61,000. Legacy is nothing but, okay, that is similar to like donation. Similar to donation. The contemplation of death or by will, they are, see, if it is not specifically given, then it is a income. If it is specifically given, then liability. Then profit on interest 5,600, accrued interest. So here also fixed deposit given 80,000 rupees on October. Okay, there is no received, interest received nil, nothing given. So 80,000 on 1st October 2019, thereby 80,000 into 3% into 6 by 12,200. Then come to payment side. Rent given 16,800. Wages, electricity charges, honorarium, books come under balance sheet, office expenses, fixed deposit balance sheet. That's all. And depreciation given lost line. Books for 11,000, furniture 5,000. So you printed surplus 56,500. Then closing balance sheet, opening capital fund 3,12,000, add surplus 3,68,500. Rent outstanding, opening 8,400, closing also 8,400. 8,400. Life membership fees 25,000. Okay, it is liability. Books opening 2 lakhs, purchase during the year 21,300 minus 11,000 depreciation. So 2,10,000. Furniture 85,000 minus depreciation 5,000, 80,000. Fixed deposit given 80,000. Accrued interest 1,200. Outstanding subscription current year 4,500. Finally, in cash and bank balance, you have to show a recipient payment state by balance carried down 26,200. That's all. If you close automatic balance sheet tally 4,01,900. Make a note. Next, problem number 50. Okay. Modern clubs balance sheet given below. see opening balance sheet already given. Listen carefully. Opening balance sheet already given. So no need to prepare opening balance sheet. Okay. Next, receipt and payment given. Okay. So prepare income tax expenditure and balance sheet. Fine. So first we will prepare income tax expenditure. As usual, take income side. Subscription. See, subscription received 1,81,000. Opening balance sheet already received in advance given, and also outstanding also given. So very simple, small working note. This is your subscription account. So to balance brought down by balance brought down. Similarly, by balance carried down. To balance carried down. Then receipt and payment, okay, by cash and bank, thereby to income and expenditure. This is balance. So opening subscription outstanding 8,000, receipt advance 6,000. Similarly, closing given in the adjustment, subscription yet to be received 5,500, closing it includes 4,000 for next year. Cash and bank balance 1,80,000. 1,81,000, sorry, 1,81,000. If you close this, income tax expenditure 1,85,000. This is balancing figure. This is already explained in the initial classes. 1,81,000 plus 11,500 minus 8,000 minus 4,000, 1,85,000. Okay, that's all. Next, sale of old material given, entrance fees given, accrued interest. Listen, sale of sports equipment 6,000. We see in entrance fees 2,000 given. Life membership fees liability. Donation for tournament, specific donation, that way it come under liability. Okay. Accrued investment in payment side 5% investment October 2019 40,000. Interest received nothing given. Thereby 40,000 to 5% is 6 by 12,000 rupees. Then come to here payment side in receipt payment and expenditure. Wages and salary 60,000. Opening balance sheet salary unpaid 11,000. In adjustment salary outstanding 6,000. As usual, currently outstanding you have to add. Previous year outstanding you have to deduct. Otherwise, you will open ledger. Simple. So 60 currently outstanding minus last year outstanding 55,000. Upkeep of ground given 10,000. Stationery 15,000. Audit fees 2,000. Expenses on tournament or teams. It will adjusted against the tournament funds. It will adjust against tournament fund in balance sheet liability side. We will discuss later. Sports equipment come under balance sheet asset side, investment asset. That's all. So apart from this, sale of equipment given in receipt side, cost 10,000, sale at 6,000, thereby 4,000 loss. So loss on sale of sports equipment 4,000. What about depreciation? Listen, billiards table given lost line 10% on billiards table. So opening balance sheet, billiards table 60,000 given. Put 10% on 60,000, 6,000. What about sports equipment? In sports equipment, opening balance 50 given. Opening balance 50 plus additions 20,000. Purchase. Up total 70,000. Total 70,000 value. Out of 70, you sold out 10,000. So balance 60,000. But in adjustment, this is valued at 45,000. This is valued at 45,000. The difference 15,000 is depreciation. Difference 15,000 depreciation. Next, that's all. If you close this, you will get surplus 78,000. Then closing balance sheet. This capital fund it is given in the opening balance sheet. In question itself given 2 lakhs plus 78, 2 lakhs 78. Tournament fund opening balance sheet given 60,000. During the year received 20, 80. Out of that expenses 65. 80 minus 65, 15,000. Then life membership fees 50,000. It is given. This is side. Outstanding salary given 6,000 adjustment. Subscription is in advance adjustment 4,000. Come to here, sports equipment 45, ground opening balance sheet itself given 1,20,000. Billiards table 60,000 minus 6,000, 54,000. 5% investment given in payments at 40,000. Since it's asset, accrued interest 1,000 rupees. Cash and bank balance already discussed. Recipient payments closing balance. By balance carried out 87,500 and outstanding subscription 5,500. With this, we are almost concluded 4 sums. Almost we concluded 4 sums. Problem number 44, 46, 47 and 50. Okay, in next video we will put balance 5 sums. Okay, suppose meantime if you require any problems, I didn't get any answers there, then please give an mention in comment. I will solve the problem. Okay, any doubt? No, you know. See, the time is very less. Do one thing, pause the video and copy the problem. Okay, all the best.